Muted. Okay. Hello. Technical difficulties. All right. Just realized I was still muted. Welcome, everyone, friends and family, to the oil community. This is for members, non-members. We are just going to dive into today's class. Essential Oils 101, made easy. It's just back to the basics. We're going to talk about the top oils everybody turns to. I hope you have your water, your oils. If you want to take notes, please grab a pen and paper. So I'm going to dive right into it right now. But before we get started into the class, I just want to take a minute to talk about something that totally resonated with me yesterday. I was watching and listening to another doTERRA leader talk about time. And a lot of leaders are talking about time management and just time in general, that it's such a value and everybody's like after it right now. And it's the most common thing I hear from people that I've reached out to that I know could use a little extra oomph in their life. And it's the most common thing I hear is I don't have time right now. And then my favorite is they give me a grocery list of all the things they need to do. And I get it. I totally get it. I have a grocery list too. But I find it super important to take at least 2 minutes out of your day. I know you're thinking, oh my God, that's a lot. If you have 2 minutes to go to the bathroom or 2 minutes to drink a glass of water, you have 2 minutes for yourself. That's all I'm asking is 2 minutes. It's very easy to do, and you can include your essential oils into that 2 minutes, which will force you into that habit. Because if you do that now, and 3 months from now, you're going to be amazed like how much time you actually have for yourself. You're just going to be blown away. So right now I want to do a quick little exercise. I got my favorite essential oil with me, Neroli. I'm going to apply this right over my heart. I love the way it smells. It's very floral, very light, just a very sweet, light scent that isn't too like, ooh, because I had a headache earlier. At least I felt one coming on, because I don't think I had enough to eat for lunch, but that's another story for another time. So what I did is I grabbed my my frankincense, and I just put a little bit right on my thumb like this, and then stuck the thumb at the roof of my mouth and held that for 30 seconds. I didn't do it 30 minutes, 30 seconds. And then of course I had some water. It's funny, I just watched a video where this influencer was like, don't drink your water in front while you're waiting for your people to jump on. I'm going to drink my water because I have lemon essential oil in there. It's super important. See, I'm taking 2 minutes personal time to drink my water. Okay, so go ahead. And I'm also going to apply a little on my palm because I want you guys to put an oil, a drop of oil, or whatever oil you have that you're gravitating to right now, and put some in your palm of your hand. Rub your hands together, and we're going to take 2 to 3 deep inhales together. Okay, so let's do this. This is what taking 2 minutes for yourself looks like. It's so easy, right? That's it. Yay. Okay, so this is what I'm here for, to help you find that 2 minutes for yourself. You can do it with essential oil. All right, so let's dive in, you guys. I'm ready to get started. All right, I'm going to share my screen with you. Oh dear, I'm not on the first. There we go. All right. Yay. All right, welcome to Essential Oils Made Easy class. I call it EO 101. It's just the basics, getting back to the basics, the 3 cool things about oils, why doTERRA essential oils are super awesome and amazing and separate from anyone else out there on the planet. I challenge you to help me find one that is better than doTERRA. Please do. I would love to find out. And we're going to talk about co-impact sourcing, Healing Hands Foundation. We're just going to unpack everything, but then also talk about the top oils every member and non-member turns to for relief and support. Okay, let's get into it. So a little bit about myself. Yeah, let's do that. If you haven't met me already, my name is Nicole Maka. I live in San Marcos, California, which is north of San Diego. So I'm just a hop, skip, and a jump from San Diego, and just 20 minutes from the beach, 20 minutes from Legoland, and 20 minutes from Safari Park, which is part of this San Diego Zoo. So yeah, I'm surrounded by awesomeness. I'm a part-time cafeteria lady. I got laid off in 2019 and got hired the day the pandemic started, where they shut everything down. Yeah, I'm part of that 50% that they keep talking about in the news, where moms are having to take lower pay jobs and part-time jobs just to balance out everything that's been going on lately. And boy, do we feel it. Okay. Let's see. I love to do things all the things in my life in a way that honors my desire to connect with the right people and to create, think, and learn. That's how I set my intentions every single day. I'm a doTERRA wellness advocate for 5 years. Woohoo! Celebrating 5 years. I have my master's in communication because I love teaching essential oil classes to you guys. It's my favorite thing to do. doTERRA doesn't pay me to do this. I absolutely do it for free. Everything I do is I do for free. The only time I get paid is when you buy from me. And the activities that bring me joy are photography. I love shooting photos of my family and just, the sunsets out here and anything going on in my life with my little iPhone, and traveling with my family and dancing, shaking my little booty. All right. So the goal of this class is to empower you. First, I'm going to welcome you and acknowledge you for being open and ready to learn about an alternative option for you guys, because we all know how the modern approach works. It works great reactive, but proactive, not so much. So today we're going to learn about the 3 cool things about oils, the 3 ways to use them, and how to get started. Okay, so here are the 3 cool things about essential oils. First off, they are safe. A lot of people can say that about their products, right? Well, I don't know any company, special essential oil company, that tests their oils 54 times, and 11 of those tests are done by third-party labs to make sure when they compare the reports that there's no adulteration, no contamination, no pesticides, microorganisms, that you are getting 100% pure essential oil. And a lot of companies are going to slap that label 100% pure oil on there, and they can do so because the FDA, even though they don't regulate this $18 billion industry, I'm sure it's more by now, because that was pre-pandemic numbers. Where was I going with that? Shoot. I hate it when that happens. No side of 100% pure oil. Oh yeah, because but FDA does regulate the marketing. So for other brands to put 100% pure essential oil, they have to have at least 5% of pure essential oil in the bottle. The rest could be some kind of filler or fractionated coconut or some kind of carrier oil. And those are fine too, but you just don't know what's in those. And what I love about doTERRA is they don't deal with third-party brokers, any middlemen, which is funny because that's what I used to do for a job before the layoff. I worked for a food broker, and our only client was Costco. And what I did is we connected with vendors in Costco, and we made sure they were a perfect match, and then happily ever after. But a lot of brokers out there in the essential oil business are just looking for something like really cheap for their client, so they don't have to pay so much, and then they can mark up 15, 20, 30%, whatever they want to mark up. And that's totally normal and fine. But doTERRA doesn't do that. They do the complete opposite. They source their plants globally. That's another difference. They don't grow them here in the US because our soil is so depleted of nutrients. I know plants still grow. They have to have nutrients for plants to grow, but I'm talking about the nutrients for our bodies. That's because we need those for our bodies to function for all the things that we ask it to do, whether that's, working mentally, physically, or whatever. What else can I share with you? They found that when they source the plants where they originate from, we're going to get a more pure, potent oil, and it's going to have that chemical compound. We got to talk about the chemical compound soon. So because the FDA doesn't regulate this industry, doTERRA has set their own standard called certified pure tested grade. They changed it from therapeutic to tested. Usually that's due to some kind of marketing, because we are a global company. They have to be mindful of, word usage and everything like that, because some countries allow it and some don't. So that's probably why we see a lot of adjustments in the wording. So let's play with peppermint. If you've got your peppermint with you, peppermint, let's do a little fun exercise with peppermint. So I want everybody to put a drop of peppermint just like that. That's how you do it in your hand. If 2 drops, that's okay. That means your body needs it. So we're just going to swirl our finger right in there. We're going to touch our eye. No, we're not. But if you do, you want to use fractionated coconut oil or any carrier oil so that it will dilute it. If you use water, that's going to just intensify it and drive it in even deeper. And you're just going to be like screaming bloody murder. Okay, so we're going to actually put it at the roof of our mouth. So take your finger and just swipe at the roof of your mouth. The rest of the oil, we're going to rub in our hands like this. And we're going to take, again, 2 or 3 deep inhales. Let's do it. One more time. Woo. If you're doing it with me, you should be feeling your airways opening up. Nice cooling sensation. You're feeling that peppermint oil hit the back of your throat, but not in a mean way, in a gentle way. So it's very energizing. Any extra you have on your hands, just put on the back of your neck like that. And boom, you just use essential oils all 3 ways: aromatically, topically, and internally. Peppermint is known for its energizing benefits. So if you ever hit that 2 p.m., 3 p.m. wall, and instead of reaching for a Starbucks at, what's $5, $6, $8 a pop now, 1 drop of peppermint essential oil, I think it's like 4 cents, something like that, 4 to 7 cents a drop. It promotes clear breathing. I'm sure you felt your airways open up. It cools the body. Hello, perimenopausal women out there like myself. Any hot flashes. I know I should be speaking, I shouldn't be using these kind of terms because the FDA doesn't like that, but you guys know what I'm talking about. All right, so it definitely cools the body naturally. So even when you're working out, it's going to naturally cool your body. It does relieve head tension. You just want to put a little bit on your temples or right across the forehead, and voila, you got a solution. Number 2 thing, the second cool thing about essential oils is their effectiveness. Oh my God, they're so effective. They're more effective than traditional medications because most traditional medications out there are made with water or water base, and water and oil do not mix. And our cells, we got a lovely picture of our cell, has an oily membrane, and oil attracts oil. So that essential oil is going to attach to that cell's oily membrane. And then the cell's like, ooh, come on over. You're a chemical compound. I collect those naturally because our body is constantly producing chemicals either in our gut or our brain from the limbic area because of something we smelled or something we inhaled. And then, yeah, it tells the cell what its function. It goes do that, whether that's improving our digestive system or supporting it, I should say, not improving it, supporting it, our respiratory system, our nervous system can be supported. So yeah, they bypass that oily membrane, and so they work a lot faster. Sometimes you'll see results 2 to 3 days, depending on the ailment. So if you have your On Guard, go ahead and grab your On Guard, and we're just gonna do a little sniffy sniff. We're going to do aromatics on this one. On Guard is great to promote healthy immune function. So if you're looking to boost your immune system, boom, it definitely helps with that. It soothes sore throat. So if you ever get that tickle in your throat, you can put a drop in water and gargle and swallow, or you can spit it out, totally up to you. And it's great for cleansing your home. It cleanses the air and your hands. So you can use this as a natural I don't want to say sanitizer, but yeah, it's a natural sanitizer. So what happens is it doesn't kill germs. I will never say that. What it does is the germs can't thrive in the environment. So you ever been in like a smoky room and you're just like, this isn't good for me because you cannot thrive in a smoky room. It's exactly how these work with the germos out there. Okay. The germs are still there. They just can't hang out with you. Okay. And if you ever have any issues with sensitive skin, you can always put it at the bottom of your feet. And we're going to talk more about that in the next slide. All right. They're affordable. I know I hear that a lot. That's the second most common thing I hear is that they're expensive. Up front, yeah, it looks like you're getting this little teeny tiny bottle for $30. But if you do the math, there are 250 drops in a 15 milliliter bottle. If you divide that with the cost, it comes down to cents per dose. For like example, lemon is 4 cents, peppermint is 4 cents. if you look at CVS.com, or if you go to their app and you look at the unit price on most of the medications over there that you would typically buy, those come out to 88 cents per dose. So I don't know. And then you got to keep buying because they only put 24 or 30, maybe 100 tablets. 250, you're still getting more for your buck, okay? Plus, it takes a lot of product to yield an essential oil. So the more product it takes, the more it's going to cost. So yes, frankincense is going to be on the heavy side, but it takes a lot of frankincense resin and it's 2 types of frankincense resin from the Botswana and the other tree to make frankincense. So it's going to cost a little more, but you're going to feel a whole lot better sooner. I mean, break through some walls, people, and get to the stuff that's going to make you feel better, right? All right. And it will save you hundreds of dollars a year in medical costs. Since I've used them, it's been 5 years. Every time I've gone and see my doctor, my numbers are textbooks. So I can't complain. Lavender is calming for the mind, calming for the skin. I burned myself at work. You can't see I'm wearing a long sleeve, but I burned myself right here at work. I barely touched a hot pan there, but it is the most sensitive area that you could, besides, the other areas, but it is one of the most sensitive areas. And yeah, I got a nice little burn. So lavender came in through, and that helps because it's starting to get a little itchy. And it's a natural antihistamine. If you were to combine lavender, peppermint, and lemon, 1 drop each, either in water and a gel cap, you can kiss those sneezes goodbye, okay? Natural antihistamine. All right, so there's 3 ways we can use doTERRA essential oils. You don't have to use them all 3 ways, but you have that option to use it all 3 ways. Aromatic is the most common way to use them. People love to diffuse. Diffusers are very hot right now. And you don't have to get a water diffuser. You don't have to spend gobs of money. If you're on a budget, just use a cotton ball. A little cotton ball is the cheapest way to positively affect your mood. You 2 or 3 drops on a cotton ball. You can set it on your desk, put it in the vent in your car if you're commuting. So if you hate that traffic, put a little lavender. You'll be like, traffic. It cleanses the air. We talked about that. The germs cannot thrive, so they just go somewhere else. And it supports the respiratory system. We have to love our lungs even more now. Let's show a little love on our lungs. That is taking time for yourself. It takes 2 minutes, right? Topical, you can apply to affected area, right where it's affected or around it. Fractionated coconut oil is best to dilute. So what it does, it holds the oil, so more oil absorbs of the essential oil. If you would apply it neat, so that's totally fine. It's just going to flake off. You're a walking diffuser. People are going to say how awesome you smell. I get it all the time that I smell amazing. And it's just like, oh, it's cedarwood. It's this or that and the other. Most of the time it's adaptive. Okay. Because some crazies out there. All right. Internal. You can take these internally. Yes. How do I know that? Because the FDA requires any consumable on the market to pass the GRAS test, generally recognized as safe. It has. So the telltale sign, if you're ever curious, how do I know? There should be a supplement fact, just like a nutritional fact that you see on your cereal box. It's going to be right on the bottle, and it has directions as well. So if you forget tonight, all the instructions I shared with you, it's on the bottle. Everything's on the bottle. So yes, you could put a drop in your water, just 1 or 2, nothing, at least 1 drop per 4 ounce fluid, if that helps. And a veggie cap. So you can get gel caps, veggie caps, make your own. I call it making my own medicine. That's what I call it. And you can even put a drop under your tongue. Now, if you're used to use, if you want to drink it, out of a cup or whatever, glass stainless steel only. BPA free is fine, but I would avoid plastics altogether if you can. But if you just if you have to use a plastic bottle, just make sure it is a recyclable one or two, because those are fine. Because if you think about it, the orifices on these bottles are plastic. So yeah. So what happens is over time on the cheap plastics, anything under 2, like you see the recycle, and then there's a number in the middle, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7s for sure you want to avoid, because what happens over time, the essential oil will break down the plastic, and you're going to start ingesting the P and PPA, which is the petroleum, and we're trying to remove toxins from our body. So let's not intentionally put them in. Okay, so let's avoid plastic bottles if at all possible. All right, guys. Okay, so let's take 2 minutes to have some time for yourself. So think about your health. This is your 2 minutes, folks. What 3 things you want to feel more or less of? It could be sleep, it can be allergies, it could be stress. I know a lot of people are dealing with stress. I don't know, what is it? What's going on? Write those things down, because we're going to go over, I'm going to show you how easy it is to find solutions to these 3 things you wrote down, okay? And then I want you to write down the essential oil that's going to help you, support you, and you know, over getting support that you need in those areas. Okay, that you wrote down. First one's lemon. Man, this is a huge one. Everybody loves lemon. I love lemon in my tea. I love lemon in my water. I cannot drink water without any kind of citrus essential oil in it. I just can't. I try and I'm like, bleh. So I turn to lemon, grapefruit in the morning because it boosts our metabolism. I also turn to green mandarin because it just tastes amazing to me. But lemon, we can use it all 3 ways: aromatically, topically, internally. What does it do? It uplifts, it helps with focus, and it overcomes mental fatigue. Again, you hit that 2 o'clock wall, grab your lemon, put it in your water. The cleansing, purifying, invigorating properties of lemon make it the most versatile oils. It is so yum to diffuse in your bathroom, especially if you don't have time to clean it and you got people coming over at the last minute. They'll never know. It is very uplifting, positive aroma. So if you're dealing with any Debbie Downers in the office, go ahead, diffuse some lemon and see what happens. Lavender. Okay, let's calm, stress management, and comfort. Yes. Can use all 3 ways: touch, taste, and smell. Its calming and relaxing qualities, and is frequently used to reduce the appearance of skin imperfections. Skin irritation, we talked about my burn. It's perfect for that. Bee stings, any kind of bug bites. It just takes that sting out like that. It's just amazing. You can take it internally to reduce anxious feelings and promotes peaceful sleep. So if you're dealing with any sleep issues, you're just not getting that restful sleep that you're looking for, lavender is your best friend. I've been taking lavender. Last week I was roller coaster of anxious feelings because I had a big event coming up. So I was like really anxious about that. So yeah, I was taking lavender and Roman chamomile, 10% off this month, together in a veggie cap, and just taking that internally for the whole week. And I was cool as a cucumber. Okay. Peppermints. Again, you can also use all 3 ways. It's energizing, it stimulates you. I mean, this would be great, like first thing in the morning, just wake up. Peppermint also helps alleviate occasional upset tummies and promotes healthy respiratory function when taken internally. Again, we need to love on our lungs even more now today than we ever did before. So if you ever feel nauseous or car sick, peppermint is going to be your best friend. It promotes digestive health when taken internally, and it soothes occasional headaches. Pay attention. Okay. Next, tea tree, also known as Melaleuca for us old schoolers. Again, all 3 ways you can use this. It's cleansing, disinfecting, and earthy. Yeah, it does smell like the ground. It's best known for its purifying qualities, which makes it used for cleansing the skin. Again, I used it on around my burn, not on my burn, because it's kind of burns a little. Home surfaces and purifying air. So you can make your own household cleaner. A little tea tree, a little lemon, wipe down the surfaces, you're good to go. And you're removing toxins from your home. So you're not adding toxins into your system. Because even though you're not touching, maybe you have gloves on, you're still inhaling those fumes. So you got to keep that in mind. That's still getting inside your system and wreaking havoc on your cells. So let's use natural products. Let's get rid of those fragrances and those toxic chemicals. Renowned for its cleansing and rejuvenating effects on the skin. Oh my gosh, can I tell you, after my event, there were so many people that wanted to do the iToby scan, and skin and hair was the number one that needed attention for everyone. Their hair, their scalp, their nails, I don't know, but skin and hair. And it's the same for me too. We just don't really pay attention to our skin, hair, and nails. So just diffuse throughout the home to help purify and freshen the air, folks. Okay. Oregano, hot oil. I have to stress this right off the top. Hot, 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 hot oil. I'm going to share a very, very embarrassing story. I was dealing with, so I've been dealing with incontinence for 10 years, not going on longer than that now, like 13 years, 14 years. And I'm still dealing with it. I'm not 100% cured from it. If I wanted that, I'd have to go into surgery, and Lord, no, I don't want to do that. So I've been trying to find natural solutions for that problem. And at the time, I was using it because I was also at tail end of my period and dealing with incontinence. So I had a lot of bacteria growing in that area, which caused a little yeast infection. And oh my God, it was like burning, itchy, super bad. And I saw in my little reference book that oregano, they suggested to put on a tampon. And I was like, I'm not going to do all that. So I put way too many drops on my hand because it just kind of poured out like water. And I touched my hoo-ha with it. And I was like, oh my God. And forgetting to use fractionated coconut oil, I hopped into the shower where it drove it even further. And boy, let me tell you, I was walking like I just, yeah. Oh, yeah. And then we went to see the movies right after that. So I was just a mess. Okay. So do use fractionated coconut oil with oregano, but you can use all three ways. Just please use fractionated coconut oil. If you're going to use topically, it's powerful, supportive, and resolving. So it's known for its a popular cooking spice. It's one of the main reasons main things I use one things I use oregano for is for cooking. It also acts as a powerful cleansing agent. Another reason I have oregano, I made my own spray bottle. It's just a really small 4 milliliter spray bottle, I believe, maybe 6. And I spray my stovetop because we get a lot of burnt on, yucky nonsense on there. So I use that a little oregano after I cook. Obviously, I don't wait till it's baked in and it's not going to get it up. I got to get something powerful. So yeah, any of those quick wipe ups, and it just smells amazing. Your kitchen's going to smell like an Italian restaurant. Supports a healthy immune system. So if you're looking to boost your immune system a little bit stronger than the, on guard, healthy digestion, respiratory function when used internally. So yeah, lots of different ways to use oregano, you guys. Okay. So don't let that sit on your shelf. Deep blue. This one you can only use topically. It's got winter green in it. So that one is a topical only. Minty, soothing, and cooling. It's kind of like icy hot, salon pause, those kinds of things. But it's plant-based, so it's a soothing blend of essential oils. Hi, Copper. It's formulated to soothe and cool. You can apply right on the affected area after or before a workout or any kind of intense job site, gardening, that kind of stuff, yard work. You could cleaning your house, even you could use deep blue, right? Apply on your feet or the knees before and after exercise. Even going for a walk, you put on a little deep blue, and you're just gonna feel better later. Yeah. Oh, can I tell you, my kids ask for the blue oil when they get leg pains in the middle of the night, and it just it relieves them, and they go back to sleep and they're happy. Okay. Breathe. This one you can only use aromatically and topically. It's a respiratory blend, help to support our lungs. So seasonal threats, BFF, environmental threats, like we've got, the weather, fires. Yikes. Those definitely come in. This definitely comes in handy for that, because the air quality is awful when that happens. Even though it's happening miles away from us, we still get the effects of it, people. Just remember that, okay? So just remember that. Okay, promotes a restful night's sleep. So if you got a snorer in the house, put breathe and lavender in a diffuser, and everybody's gonna get a restful night's sleep. I challenge. Anybody wants to try that and let me know, tell me. Digestion, my best friend. I use this a lot when I got my kit, because I was having a lot of bloat, tummy issues, and I didn't know that. I just thought I was still carrying baby weight, and the whole time I was just bloated because my whole body was inflamed after having Erica. I was diagnosed with preeclampsia, and that just triggers all kinds of inflammation, high blood pressure, gingivitis, gas, bloating, all that fun stuff. Tummy issues, yeah. So this is going to help relieve that. So you can use all three ways: aromatic, topical, and internal. So ditch the Tums, ditch the Milex, ditch all that nasty ass stuff and turn to plants. It's another option, cheaper option. It's a wonderful companion to aid in digestion of food. It soothes occasional upset stomachs. It reduces uncomfortable gas when used internally. You can rub on your tummy before flying or taking a road trip for a calming aroma. You could take Digestion internally when traveling or trying new foods to soothe occasional upset stomach. So yeah, I tend to bring Digestion, probably will bring the big bottle the next time I travel home, because oh, the food is so good, but it's so bad. Okay. On guard, protective blends. This is a huge seller since 2020. You can use all three ways. It's supportive and boosting. So it's a powerful blend that supports healthy immune function when used internally. It also helps respiratory function. So you can use this to you can ingest to support the body's natural antioxidant defenses. We're always turning to food for our antioxidants. Yeah, you could turn to these oils for that same support, okay? Because I know berries are not seasonal. They're seasonal. They're only around in the summer. What are you going to do in the winter? On guard. All right, so who wants to feel awesome, or who wants to feel more awesome more often? I got a solution for you. If you're not using supplements in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, start. Oh my God, please start. And it doesn't have to be Doterra. I don't care if it's not Doterra. Just start on a supplement. But I will say the difference between Doterra and all the other stuff is Doterra puts the right amount that your body can absorb, so you're getting the full maximum benefits. There's $200 to $300 worth of ingredients in these bottles. That's got to tell you something. I have checked other bottles, generic stuff, and it's funny because I looked at for the men. Well, it's not even for men. It just said, generic but there was a women's. So I looked at both of them and I compared to Doterra, and they had half for the generic. They had half of everything that Doterra had. And I thought, God, that's interesting. So what do? And then when I looked at the female compared to the other brands, because they were both kind of off-brand stuff, they had half of what the other brand had. Like it was like even more less than what Doterra. It was crazy. I'm like, but why do women deserve? I don't get it. Women do not deserve less. We deserve the same amount. I didn't get it. Ooh, guys, pay attention to your labels, please. That's all I ask. Okay. Well, let's dive into what these three bottles do, okay? They keep inflammation down, they support your brain, and they provide the nutrients that our foods just can't do as well as they used to, okay? Let me break down what these bottles do. So the Alpha CRS Plus is, it just keeps inflammation down throughout the day. It keeps free radicals from attaching to the cells, because our cells don't know any better. They don't have eyeballs. They can't tell. It's not like they can sniff this stuff out. If they knew coronavirus, like they could sniff corona, they would not attach itself to coronavirus, I promise you, but they don't know any better. So this just keeps those free radicals from attaching to the cells, so you feel more energized, have more energy, and you're more focused, all that fun stuff. Microplex VMZ is a full whole food multivitamin and mineral. You need vitamins and minerals. I know a lot of people are taking vitamins. You need to take my B12 and my B this and my D that. that's great, but you need to take minerals with it for that to work. So you're wasting money, you guys. You're wasting your money. Please reconsider. Okay. So yeah, it's a full servings of fruits and vegetables. You know, as a mom, I try to keep fresh fruits and vegetables in my home. If you cannot afford outside of the aisles at the grocery store, it's okay to get the canned fruit, the prepackaged stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. It's still good. It's just whatever you can, you know, your budget allows, right? But if you can get the fresh stuff, get the fresh stuff, especially when it's on sale. Treat yourself, okay? So yeah, this just bridges those gaps when we eat too much, you know, we ate it too fast, or, you know, I got spoiled because we didn't eat it fast enough. And the XC omega is omega fatty acids 3, 6, and 9. That's what your body needs. Omegas, fun fact, are not a sustainable product. So you've probably bought omegas before and it had a fishy smell, or you burped up that fish flavor. Rancid. Yeah, you just wasted money. You're not getting any benefits whatsoever. Doterra has figured out the 9 essential oils that sustain the omega. So you're getting a sustainable omega. Woo! So you're actually getting the right stuff for your body. The 9 essential oils just, you know, tame the tummy. That's it. It's nice and nice. So try this for 30 days. It's the #1 product for a reason, because people are just like, holy crap. They see the difference after 30 days. They feel the difference after 30 days. And you feel the difference if you stop taking them. Your body reminds you like, oh yeah, you're not 25 anymore. You're an old person. But if you take these, yeah, your mind is tricked again, thinks it's 25. I swear to God. All right, so how do we get these into your home? Well, you can buy full retail price, but I hate that. I hate it when my friends buy full price, because you can get a discount and you're not locked into anything. I don't make you do anything you don't want to do, okay? I want you to save money. So pay the $35, get 25% off, be a wholesale customer, be a happy camper. You never have to buy again unless you need to replace your favorite oils or your favorite products. You never have to sell. If you like to share your oils, that's totally fine, but that's not selling, that's sharing. It's a big difference. The only time you want to sell is if you want to sell. If you want to make some money, I'll help you with that, okay? No monthly requirement. You're not required to shop every month. It's not, no. It's only when you need to replace what you already used. But those that do come back every month because they see the value of doTERRA and their products, you get extra bonuses, extra free gifts from me and from doTERRA. Why wouldn't you want free stuff? Oh my gosh. Get on it, because it's really good stuff that you get. All right. But the smartest, cheapest way, and it's the way I did it too, so I got a free membership. Skip the $35 and get your oils even at deeper discounts. You're even deeper than 25% off. So let me show you a couple of examples of that. This is the Healthy Start Kit. Okay. This is perfect for the person that just wants to dip their toe, try it out, because this is a lifestyle. Okay. This is not just like a little trendy thing, like a fly by night kind of thing. This is like, your life is going to change. Well, your lifestyle will change. Let's just put it that way. But then eventually your life is going to change, because these are going to open doors to you that you never even thought possible that would even open, because you thought you didn't know. And when you know better, you do better. So this kit is perfect for that person that, you know, wants to just try it. Okay. You're getting the small bottles, 5 milliliter, 85 drops per bottle. You're going to get a teeny tiny diffuser. It's super cute. I actually ordered one because I saw it in person. I was like, oh, I got to get it. It's super cute. It comes with a breathe if you just want the diffuser. But this kit, you're going to get the top oils that we just talked about. So if any of those ailments that you listed earlier and you wrote some of those down, go ahead. You could probably find 3 or 4 of them that we talked about that will help you. So I love this kit because they did add the Pebble Diffuser, so you can use the oils all 3 ways. Before, not that long ago, you didn't get a diffuser with this kit. So I love that it comes with a diffuser. Yay. So you're getting 11 products for $160. Okay. But if you're ready to dive in, you're like, this is it. This is for me. You want the bigger bottles and don't want to pay 3 times the price, and you get a bigger diffuser. This is the perfect one for you. This helps with stress. This helps with anxiety. This helps with all the elements we talked about in the class. You don't get the top oils that we talked about, not all of them, but you do get a handful of them. You get the lemon, the lavender, the peppermint, deep blue, breathe, digestion, and on guard. Those are the staples. But you're also going to get Cobaiba, adaptive, and balance. And these are the stress and calming oils, less anxiety, because things are changing all the time for us, right? Since 2020, we just can't keep up with all the changes and we're just ready to go back to normal, whatever that's going to look like. So Cobaiba is great for pain management. We're getting up there in age. I know the hip for me, starting to hurt, we kind of bend the wrong way and we kind of tweak things and we feel them in Cobaiba, and it's better than CBD oil. I'm always going to say that. I know a lot of people like hang on to their CBD oils and just rave about them. And I'm like, hey man, you found the oil for you, go for it, use it. But I'm telling you, Cobaiba is better than CBD. And this is why, because one, there's no trace of any kind of THC. I don't care what your company tells you that if you're using CBD, there's going to be something in there. Go get tested. I bet you. Because I know it happened. It happened to a guy that was trying to get a job as a truck driver and he's been using CBD oil. Guess what? He failed a drug test. Okay. Cobaiba comes from a tree. And it's going to work every single time. CBD oil is hit and miss. Do the research. You're going to see for yourself. It's hit and miss. Cobaiba is going to work every single effing time. Every time. Okay. Balance. Let's talk about balance. That is a grounding blend. It's got frankincense, vetiver, a lot of calming oils, and just keeps you centered so you can focus on whatever task you got going on and let that outside noise go away. Okay. And then adaptive, if you got that, your mind just won't shut the F up. It just keeps talking and talking. And you're like, yo, I got to get this done, but you need to focus and be alert, but be calm. Adaptive is your best friend. I apply it inside the wrist, on the back of the nape of my neck, before I go to work. And I've had every single manager under the sun because of the pandemic. I've worked with a lot of them. I'm very grateful for that. And they say the same thing to me. They're just so impressed how calm I am under the current situations that we are. I mean, it is fly by the seat of your pants every day. We just never know what we're going to get. Okay. All right. So that is the home essential kit. So again, bigger bottles, 250 drops, not 3 times the price. Okay. All right. So what can you expect from me? It really does matter who you buy your oils from, because Target, Walmart, Hobby Lobby, they gas it. They're not going to call you up and say, hey, how did that oil work? They're not going to text you and say, did that work out for you? And it will help you. We are going to help you find the right oil, because we don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. Even the most expert of experts, certified, everybody with the letters on the side of their name, they don't know which oil is going to work for you, because everybody's body chemistry is so different, because we're all uniquely unique, infinitely unique is what I'm trying to say. There is a private Facebook group. You're probably already enjoying it, which is A Simple Abundant Life, but I'm also on Instagram. I'm also on YouTube. So if there's a certain oil that you're like, how do I use this oil? Just search it in my YouTube channel, A Simple Abundant Life with Nick. You're going to see a plethora of video of me sharing you all the yummy information about that oil and how to use it safely, effectively, and affordably. Yes, I do share a lot of hacks and tips over there too. So please like and subscribe, you guys. And then, yeah, if you just don't know, we could do a one-on-one call to get you started on your essential oils. I'm here to walk you every step of the way. I am not going to let you just get your oils and run away. That's not going to happen. You're going to be like, I wish you would leave me alone. All right. So what's next? If you know which kit you want, if one of those resonated with you, we just need your name, phone number, email, address, date of birth, billing information, and which collection. And we set up your account and you're good to go. And you're going to get your oils next week. And then you and I will sit down and we'll go over all the oils again. So I don't want you to have to remember everything I said tonight. I'm going to go over the basics again and sit down with you and make sure you got all your bottles open and that you're using them every single day. Okay. And if you're still not sure, let's just get on the phone. We'll talk it out 20 minutes, if that max. And if you don't have time for that, 15 minutes. If you don't have time for that, 10 minutes. And I could do it under 5 minutes. Try me. Okay. We'll figure it out. Which oil is going to work best for you. It might take trial and error. But if you have an open mind, we're going to find the right one. I promise you, every time. All right. So who likes little keychains. I know I love keychains. I take my oils everywhere with me because you never know what's going to happen in front of you. I've had kids fall and scrape their bobo knees, and I've got my tea tree and my lavender, and I whip it out and I say, you go home and go wash that and get your mom to put a Band-Aid on it. True story. So yeah, and then Erica the other day, her mask, she said it smelled funny, and I did want to give her a calming oil because she was about to go to school. I didn't want her to too relax. So I found some balance that I thought would help her get grounded, and it smells really nice, and it's not very powerful. That's what I like about balance. It's a very subtle scent, but powerful as F, man. Oh my God. It will center your ass down. Okay. And everybody needs that right now. Oh my God, the videos I've been watching. I need to get off of TikTok. Y'all people are crazy. Anyway, if you want a keychain, just host a class. And what that means is you invite the people you love that are going to, want to learn more about this, that might benefit from it, that you've shared your oils with them. And they're like, ooh, wow. Have they say, hey, we're going to get together, either Zoom or in person. And I just share everything. And it could be this class. It could be the Essential Oils 101, whatever class you want. Next month, well, the next couple of months, I'm going to be teaching a whole new set of classes. So if there's a class that I teach that you're like, yes, I want my friends to learn more about that, let's pick a date. You invite them. I sit down. I share all the information with them, and you get this keychain, and I fill it up. That's the bonus. I fill it up with your favorite oils. So if 5 people show up to your class, you get 5 free oils from me in your keychain. That's it. That's all you have to do. Okay, so there's 3 types of people that become members of Doterra with me. One is just going to live the wellness lifestyle. They're going to use these oils every day. They see the value, they feel the difference, and they cannot get enough. They're like super happy, constantly buying, and yeah, super important. Okay, I don't know where I was going with that. All right. Second person naturally cannot help themselves and want to share with the friends and family because they see the amazing benefits of these oils, and they just can't keep it to themselves. I'm that person. I can't keep it to myself. I was like that when I got my Mini Cooper. I was like so excited about that car. I was even considering becoming a salesman for Mini, but I've been telling myself for years, I'm not a salesman, but yet here I am selling essential oils. So yeah, if you want to get your products paid for, become a sharer. All right. And then the third person wants to earn income and make an impact. So a lot of people right now, you've heard of the Great Resignation. Well, hello, I'm part of that group. I'm part of the 50% of women that had to downsize in their job to part-time because of what's been happening with the pandemic, the school closing. Not that I wanted my kids at school at the moment because we just didn't know enough. But now that we know, people are still getting sick no matter what we do. I swear to God, this thing is just brutal. So anyway, this is the perfect time to join Doterra. So if you think you're a sharer or builder, I want you to stick around just a little bit longer, like 5 more minutes, because I want to share the joy of sharing oils. Okay. So why Doterra? Why not? Why not? Why not? This is like the perfect time to get with Doterra. If you're looking for any kind of side hustle, any kind of extra income, whether that's to pay off debt, to buy a new car, to pay for education, to pay off your education, because we're still trying to pay off our education. Man, I'm waiting for that to cancel, aren't you? Anyway, in the meantime, I'm turning to the Doterra because they're the largest essential oil company in the world right now. I mean, they are number 1. Do your research. I know there's a lot of, poo-poo reports about Doterra, but they're amazing once you get to know them. You just got to get to know. I mean, don't judge a book by its cover. I mean, we do this all the time with people. We look at how they dress, how they act, and we're like, they need more love in their life. It's the same with Doterra. Just keep an open mind and you're going to be amazed. They're going to open so many doors to you to other avenues that you never even thought of in your wildest dreams. I promise. It's happened for me. Most tested, most trusted oils in the market. Remember, I talked about how they're tested 54 times. What company tests their own product 54 times like that? And they have to pay for that. That's not cheap. That's not free. They're used by doctors in hospitals worldwide. My favorite story is Elizabeth Hospital in Kentucky, a wellness advocate named Nicole on August 20th, which happens to be my birthday. She called her or texted her doctor and said, "Hey, you're on my chicken list. Are you open to trying oils?" He's like, "Well, you know what? Yeah, I am, because you've been talking about it every time you come to my office." He's like, "Yeah, I want to learn more about it." So he tried it. He went to the class, and yeah, he partnered up with Doterra, and now they have a wing next to the hospital that is all about the holistic approach, treating the patients as a whole, getting to the root cause of their ailments, because headaches are caused by something else: not enough water, not enough sleep, too much stress, too much of something, or not enough of something. Okay, that's with any ailment. It's not enough of something or too much of something that causes these things. And we need to get to the root of the problem so we can feel better more often. Okay. And these oils do that. I don't know how, but they do. Oh, chemical compound. Okay. They work directly with the farmers. Impact sourcing was the reason why I was like, shut up, I don't care about the oils. I didn't think they were going to do anything for me. I wanted to be a part of this company because of Co-Impact Sourcing and Healing Hands Foundation. Co-Impact Sourcing started in Haiti, and we know those poor people have been through hell and back. The farmer, the plant, the vetiver, is harvested at 18 months. That's when it's at its optimum peak, and we're going to get the best, purest oil out of that. Well, the farmer had a problem with that. He said, they were like, 18 months, getting a check every 18 months is not sustainable. I mean, can you think about getting paid every 18 months in this day and age? Oh my God, we can't even like afford groceries every week. Okay. So Doterra agreed. And so they pay the farmers fair market value to keep the plant in the ground. I don't know any company. Please help me find a company that pays their farmers to keep stuff in the ground. If you can help me find one, then okay, I'll shut up about it and try another tactic. All right, there's 120 markets open and counting. This is global. The Asian market is blowing up. These guys get it. They got it. I mean, they understand. They understand the assignment. A compensation plan is genius, and I would say generous too, because there's a difference with Doterra, and I'm going to point this out, because I've done a lot of research on MLMs, multi-level marketing. A lot of people they poo-poo it. They're scared of it. They don't want to have anything to do with it because they don't want to look like, a failure in life because they're doing an MLM, or they don't want to look like that influencer mom or whatever image you have of MLM people. I'm telling you, with Doterra, it's a small percentage that look like that. Very teeny tiny stay-at-home moms, granola, no. There are doctors, there are lawyers, there are physical therapists, there are psychiatrists, there are therapists, there are doctors, there are teachers, they are former drug addicts, they are people that, were suffering for at least a decade with something, and Doterra came into their life because someone cared enough to share one sample with them and completely changed their life from that day forward. It's generous because Doterra, when they came up with the compensation plan, they already had a product. Most MLMs will come up with a compensation plan before they even come up with a product. So when that product explodes, that poor person, pushing, selling, hustling that item is never going to, catch a break because they got a shitty compensation plan. There are so many bonuses and carrots that it's the driving force. I'm like, I want to get my hands on that. High retention rate of 65%, customer loyalty. Because I worked with Costco, I will dish their customer loyalty, their membership loyalty at Costco is around 80-85%. So that kind of gives you an idea. Most MLMs customer loyalty are, teens, 20s, maybe the 30s at best. So that kind of says a lot right there. Privately owned company, incredible ownership team, and debt-free with no outside funding. Thank you, baby Jesus. I'm super grateful for Doterra. Yes, they did find an investor. They shook hands with them, and they decided the last minute, after that meeting, literally after that meeting, they decided, no, we're going to go all in on our own money. We're going to go into heavy, heavy debt. We're going to refinance our house. We're going to take out a second mortgage. They did everything. They took out 401. They did it all. They took out wherever they had cash to make Doterra where it is today. I mean, boom. And the reason I'm grateful they didn't go with the investor is because I worked for a company, the same one that our only client was Costco. And the owner of that company, he was ready to retire. He was in his mid to late 70s. He had other businesses going on that he wanted to dabble in, and he just wanted to retire his, his little baby. So he found what he thought was a company that, aligned with his, values, as well as, the company's values. However, this company used investors to finance this pay. And so it was on us, our backs, the workers, the worker bees, to pay the investors back. And they were looking at any means possible. So we lost a lot of bonuses, the carrots, the perks, because of that. So I'm glad Doterra didn't do that. In fact, they keep adding perks. So like, why not? Okay, questions you may have to get started. How do I make money? How much time is involved? Could this work for me? What's the next steps? This is how you make money. You reach out, you sample to the people you care about. Sometimes they come to you and say, hey, this seems to be working for you. What will help me? Then you share a little sample. They go, holy crap, what is this stuff? Then you teach them, just like I'm doing right now. The basic, you just teach this basic class to them. And then they come on board, they pick their kit or the 1 or 2 oils that they want. And then you support them at them. You continue, continue education, or you can plug them in with me. And then I could take it from there. If you're not a fan of teaching, or if you're not a fan of enroll, like, we're going to work together as a team to make sure these 4 tactics are taking place. Okay. This is the potential income. Sorry, a big old arrow in the screen there. I did a screenshot. All right. So if you want your products paid for, you want to aim for these goals. If you want to supplement your income, aim for those goals. And if you want to replace your income and get high dollars, become a diamond. Reach for the diamonds, you guys. Reach for the diamonds. Okay. So how much time is involved? Oh, and by the way, these are average monthly, so it can vary either way. It could be less, under. Those are the monthly incomes, average incomes anyway. All right, how much time is involved? All right, so if you want your oils paid for, just 3 to 5 hours a week, that could be 15 minutes a day. That's it. That's texting, making a quick phone call, reaching out on social media, wherever you have friends, 15 minutes a day. If you want to supplement your income, just bump that up 5 to 15 hours a day, or a week, I'm sorry, 15 hours a day, 15 hours a week. That's a part-time job. So if you're working full-time, which I did back when I first started, I was working full 40 hours a week and then some, and then I was doing wherever I can find 15, 30 minutes. That was before work, during my lunch break. Sometime I take my 15 minutes and go somewhere after work, in the car. Before I picked up my kids, I was constantly finding, like, where can I do this job? When can I find time to start my business, launch my business? Weekends, for sure, that was the majority. So if you want to replace your income, then it's 15 to 30. Really, reality, it's more like 40, 50, but it doesn't feel like work because you're doing what you love. Could this work for me? Are you passionate about oils? If that's a yes, check. Do you love people? If you're here, you do. So that's a given. And if you can follow a system and get things done, if you're capable and committed, oh my God, this is definitely for you. We're going to link arms. I'm not going to leave you. I've had that happen to me where I don't want to say roped in, because I didn't. I was like, off the bat, yes, I love making extra money. I make extra money on the side with my photography. I thought, why not one more extra income? That would be awesome. Well, after getting laid off, it was more like, oh crap, now I really got to get into it. So, so I set my goals a little higher. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so what is the next steps? Do you have a wholesale account? If you do, let's upgrade you to Wellness Advocate. You just put in your social security number. That's it. That's for tax purposes. Don't freak out. And you set up 100 PV LRP. So that is when people are enrolling under you, I could put people under you. You're going to make commissions off of those purchases. Okay. If you don't have a wholesale account, let's get you a kit, get you started. Once you get into it, become the products, we'll set up your LLP and watch you blossom. Reach out for help. We're going to plug you into all kind of training and resources. Like I have at least 3 that I can think of at the top of my head that I can direct you to if you want to, find your authentic voice. If you want to lean on your strengths, get into that. I can help you with that. Or if you just want the basics, 14-day launch, I can plug you into that. Smart making you don't have to make a list if you don't want to. It's just one way to get started, to get the brain thinking, get you motivated. And you're going to have fun with this. It's really fun. So the only thing keeping you from what you want is your story about why you can't have it. I don't know anyone that would not break through walls to make their life better, to feel better, to make, be financially healthier, to be mentally healthy, to be physically healthier. And that's what Doterra does. It's just a door. I'm leaving it open. You're more than welcome to come in, and you can leave anytime. There's no obligation. You're not locked into anything. It's just a quick call to customer service. You say, you know what, this isn't for me. Just try it. You just have to have an open mind and trying. All right. Thank you guys. Happy oiling. I hope this, let me get out of here so you can see me. Okay, let's stop the share. All right, I hope this resonated with you guys and you found some solutions for your everyday problems, your ailments. If you have any questions, please reach out to the person that introduced Doterra to you, because they love you. And if you don't have a person, I will be more than happy to be that person for you. Would love to be your wellness advocate and guide you every step of the way, because I want you to make sure you use these safely, effective, and affordably. Okay, love you guys. Mwah, mwah. Have a great rest of your day, and see you next week. We're going to talk about reducing toxic load. Super important to me. I was floored by the same-minded, like-minded people I was able to be with last Friday night about toxic load. Everybody was just like, I had no idea it was everywhere in our homes. I'm like, I know. I teach classes about that. Okay, and I want you guys to tune into that, because I want you to start thinking about removing that stuff, because it's messing up your hormones. It's causing inflammation. We all know that inflammation causes 36 diseases. So we can control that part. Okay, you have the power. You can do it. I know you can, and I'm going to be here to guide you every step of the way. All right, love you guys. Take care, and I'll see you next week on Wellness Wednesday. Bye.